Here are 3 franchise investing tips that you should put into action immediately. If there's anything that I want you to be when you say yes to an investment, it's confident. And so here are 3 easy tips that you can use to help you invest with confidence. The first thing I want you to do is to work with me because I'm an experienced franchise consultant. I have over 20 years of helping people explore franchise opportunities. If you're out there on your own, how can you ever feel confident that you've asked the right questions, that you're even talking to the right franchisors, that you've selected the right franchises that really are going to help you get to where you want to be? There's so many pitfalls to exploring a franchise that without Kim Daly, I really don't know how you can do this with confidence. So my first and easiest tip is to hire me. My services are free. The second tip I have for you is to consider the scale of the business that you're going to need before you say yes. So wealth is always created through scale. So in a franchise business, we're going to consider the scale by looking at people, equipment, or real estate, brick and mortar location. As you're exploring a franchise, you're going to be looking at revenue per team. So if you think about a cleaning company, right? You're going to be hiring teams of people and growing through people. So that's going to be revenue per team. The second way we can look at scale is by revenue per truck or per piece of equipment. So if you have a junk removal company, then you're looking at revenue per truck, or a tree cutting franchise. You're looking at how many trees can you cut down with certain pieces of equipment. And then the last way is revenue per location, where we look at the revenue that can be generated from one location. And so in order to really build the wealth, we want to be able to scale that to 2 or 3 or 5, however many that you need in order to make the kind of money that you want to make. But the key here is that wealth is always created through scale. It will not be about one team, one truck, or one brick and mortar location. Okay? So the second tip I have for you to invest with confidence is to make sure that there's enough opportunity in the territory that you're looking at, or that you have the opportunity to expand to multiple territories, to spread out and to grow into those. Now, there's 2 different ways that we can talk about scale. So you can talk about scale vertically, and this is where you're expanding from 1 territory to 2 territories to 3 of the same franchise. But then also we can consider horizontal scale. So horizontal scale is where you have 2 or 3 locations of one company, and then 2 or 3 locations of another company, and so on and so on. There's multiple ways to build scale into your total franchise portfolio, but the key thing to invest with confidence is to make sure that there's ample territory or opportunity for you to build the size of the business that you need in order to reach your income goals. And the third simple tip that I have for you to invest with confidence is to invest in a business where you can work on the business rather than in the business. One of the biggest mistakes I see people making in franchising is they feel the need to get in on the ground floor, to learn how to do every job, to be the first employee in their business. Now, I'm not telling you not to do that if the franchisor says that's the way that our franchisees start. But it is sometimes difficult to get out of that job if you start there. So if you have this empire building mentality, focus on franchisors that allow you to start as the CEO, working on rather than in. Hire to the experience of the business. Be the CEO who's focused on strategy and growth, because attention to the growth will allow you to scale that much faster. For more simple tips for how to explore with confidence, please reach out to me right now. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share the video with somebody you know.